Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Falcon Crypto Rating. As you can see on the screen right now, we've already done 3 of them. We've looked at XRP, we've looked at Bitcoin, we've looked at SafeMoon, and in this one I want to take a look at Ethereum. Now, I know that I've a lot of new followers the last couple of days. So if this is the first one you're watching, I would advise you go back and actually watch the XRP one first. And even if you don't want to watch the SafeMoon one or the Bitcoin one, which I thought were pretty good too, but hey, I would advise the XRP one just because that's a longer video where I kind of explain what I'm doing in this sheet, how stuff is calculated, and why I've made certain choices. So if you're completely new to this, check out the XRP rating first, then come back to this one. If you're not, for the other people, let's get going. You know how this works by now. So let's start off with Ethereum. So as always, ignore this rating for now as we haven't filled in everything yet. Read the white paper? Yes, I have. I have to admit, it's not an easy one to read. I have it here. There's actually a few things that I want to point out in it. I thought it was funny, and actually let me start off with a fun fact. I don't know if people know this, but in the Ethereum white paper, it actually mentions Dogecoin. I think it was somewhere. I have to find it around here. There we go. Dogecoin. It uses as an example here, but I thought that was just a nice fun fact to start off with. Dogecoin is mentioned in the Ethereum white paper. Okay, so have I read it? Yes, I have. Have they done an ICO? Yes, they have. I know that Ethereum themselves will probably dispute this. They did a fundraising, or whatever they want to call it. In my eyes, yes, it was an ICO. So I'm ticking that box, and they're getting 0 points because obviously, as I explained before, I'm not a fan of ICOs. Or actually, I'm saying that wrong. It's not that I'm not a fan of ICOs. It's just that I think that in the future, cryptocurrencies that have done an ICO might just have a bit more troubles, issues, whatever you want to call it, than others. So, just they score a little less points here. Okay, the use case. So what is the use case? And are they solving a problem? So let's hop back into the white paper. So at the top of it here, they kind of explain it, but actually I'm going to skip this part because they explain it better down below. Let me see here. So I'm just going to read this part. It's not that long, and it gives a good idea of Ethereum. So the intent of Ethereum is to merge together and improve upon the concept of scripting, altcoins, and on-chain meta protocols, and allow developers to create arbitrary consensus-based applications that have the scalability, standardization, feature completeness, ease of development, and interoperability offered by these different paradigms, all at the same time. I know that sounds like a mouthful, and it's probably a lot to take in. Don't worry if you don't understand everything that I just read out or what's coming next. I'm going to summarize it in a second to probably 1 word or 2 words. To continue what it says here, Ethereum does this by building what is essentially the ultimate abstract foundational layer, a blockchain with a built-in Turing-complete programming language, allowing anyone to write smart contracts and decentralized applications where they can create their own arbitrary rules for ownership, transaction formats, and state transition functions. I am going to oversimplify this to smart contracts. Okay, and to simplify it even further, for people completely not technical, see it as kind of if this then that statements, right? So it's in a smart contract you can write certain things. So say like if something happens, then as a result something else happens. So to give you an example here, I'm really going to dumb this down, but like say that if you send me an email, you automatically receive a reply from me, right? You can write that into smart contracts. Now that is very simplified. It's kind of an if this then that statement, but then if you make it more complicated, that could be, imagine buying a house. If someone signs the lease or signs over the house to you, right? They, I don't know, they use DocuSign or something like that. Because I think I actually know that DocuSign works with, is looking into, I think anyway, it's smart contracts as well. Anyway, just imagine this: someone uses DocuSign to sign a document over the paper, sign a paper to the deed of their house or whatever that's called. Once that happens, that they automatically get the money that they're owed for the house. Something like that. Just automate that process. That can all be done within smart contracts. There's a cool company working on this right now called Proply, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's a conversation for another time. For now, anyway, I'm going to simplify like the use case for Ethereum down to smart contracts. And are they solving a problem? Yes, I do believe that it's a very good problem that they're solving. I think it's going to be very useful going forward. I'm not necessarily going to say that it will always be Ethereum that will be doing it, but they were like one of the first, if not the first. And we've all seen everything that's been developed on top of Ethereum. So yes, absolutely, I do believe that they're solving a problem. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Evaluate the team. So, as the people who've seen the other ones know, I like to use Live Coin Watch for this one. Just because it has easy to find links to the team. So you can see here, click on the team. We have the Ethereum team. Now I'm just going to click on a few of them. Because I already know which way I'm going to go with this, but I just want to kind of take you through the process that I'd normally do anyway. So start off with Vitalik. I guess quite obviously he doesn't use his LinkedIn account. If I have a look at it, so what I'm looking for, and I kind of said it before, I have it at the top here as well, is I'm looking for professional experience before what they're doing right now. So I would like ignore Ethereum. Then he wrote for Bitcoin, and then that's not relevant really. So I'd look at this one, next dot, click on it. Okay, it's at least I know it's not, or I'm guessing it's not like his friends that did it. It's a company. They're not huge. I wouldn't be too happy seeing this. Like I'd rather see like a Google, a Facebook, a LinkedIn, or whatever, like any like big companies for that experience, but at least it's something. Clicking on the next guy, I'm just kind of looking at these companies here, right? So what have they been doing before they went to Ethereum? So what's this? Like companies like this, like I'm just disregarding this straight away. That's completely irrelevant for the professional experience, right? What about, it's going to go down a few more. Can I see anything that really stands out straight away? Like here, these are larger companies. That's what I like to see. What is StudyFlow? Also a small company. What about Noxa? Doesn't exist anymore. So normally this kind of stuff would be off-putting. And I wouldn't be too happy seeing all this kind of stuff, because even here we're looking at this one, Backbone Community, 2 employees. So they're all really small, and normally I would say I would not give them the seal of approval for professional experience. However, there is a thing called the Ethereum Foundation. So what I think is what they lack in their own professional experience. I think they've kind of, I don't know how to say this, like they've gained it, or they made up for what they lacked themselves in knowledge, like from the Ethereum Foundation. Like I think they've basically gathered the knowledge around them. So I am going to give it to them, even though I don't think it's the original team's experience that matters. But what the reason why I'm letting them off the hook here is because I'm looking for guidance, right? I want people to either know themselves what they should be doing and which way the company should be going, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like I know it's not a company, but you get where I'm coming from. I want them to go in the right direction, and if they can't do it themselves, if they get advice from people who know it, I'm okay with that too. Okay, so that's the evaluated team. Now going to the tech. So for the tech, let's move over to Coin Paprika. And in Coin Paprika, let's click on Ethereum. Scroll down a bit to this list here. Okay, so we have a couple of things that we need to fill out. Sorry, I don't know why that opened up in a different screen. Here we go. So what we're looking for is the consensus mechanism, platform, algorithm, org structure. So consensus mechanism. Now, we all know it's proof of work, but it's moving over to proof of stake. It's not there yet, so I'm not giving it the proof of stake yet. I'm going to leave it at proof of work. However, what I'll do at the end, when we look at the points scored, I will change it to proof of stake just to give you an idea of where it's going in my eyes, kind of. Okay. So for now, I'm going to leave it at proof of work, but just know that they will score more points later on. The platform, it's not built on top of any other platform. It's just their own, which is good. So no minus points for that. The algorithm used is, here we go, Ethash. Put that in there. It is semi-centralized. So they score some points. Obviously, it's not as good as decentralized, where they get 50 points. It's obviously not as bad as centralized. They score in between. Open source. Is it open source? Yes, it is. Perfect. So they score some points here as well. It's a coin instead of a token, so they get more points for that as well. Let's have a quick look at the code progress. So GitHub contributors, 612. GitHub stars. I'm just going to copy this. There we go. GitHub commits. So let's head over to GitHub. Just clicked on the wrong one. There we go. 12,733. 12,733. Okay. Language-wise, what are we looking at? Here we have Go, JavaScript, Solidity, C++. That was Go, JavaScript, Solidity, C++. Okay. Oh, here we go. JavaScript, TypeScript, Python. TypeScript, Python. Did it say Java? Can't remember. And then no. Okay, perfect. Once again, like, it doesn't matter if there's one or two more here. This is just getting a general idea. They don't get a lot of points for it, but it's more just a few bonus points there. Okay, now we go on to the market. So I'm just going to refresh the APIs. Once again, for the people who are new, check out the XRP video that I did here on rating XRP. I explain a bit more because, like, I'm using these APIs from Coin Paprika, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap to pull in some information that you'll see used here, where they also score points in. So you can see the all-time high data point. So what, like, the further away the all-time high was, the more points I've assigned to it, because if it hasn't done it yet, I think it will move soon. Same goes with the all-time high difference. So the bigger the difference between what it is now and its all-time high, also the more points I score, because like it's been there before, right? It can go there again. And the higher it is, say, past its all-time high, the least amount of points it gets. Okay, moving forward. Oh, I think it was just a bit laggy there because it was still loading the APIs. It's done now. Just going to reload and hope that I don't have to start this video again. I think we are good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Everything looks good. Yeah. Okay. Date added points. The older something is, the more points it scores as well. Because I want it to have a solid history. The market cap, obviously, the higher it ranks, the more points it scores. Looking at the last 24-hour volume, same thing. The more volume, the better. Now, this is something bad. I'm not a fan of it. When there's no max supply, and obviously then we don't know what the circulating supply percentage is because there is no max supply. Now, because of this, Ethereum scores minus 100 points. One of the things that I'm a big fan of is when there is a max supply is like the deflationary aspect of it, right? So obviously with Ethereum, it not having that is just a negative in my eyes. Okay, liquidity. So let's move back onto Coin Paprika. Liquidity, the combined orders. Add it in here. Okay, you can see liquidity points. Number of exchanges is 94. Scores us points there. All right, time to look at the performance, and we're going to do that over at Luna Crush. Let's search for Ethereum. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is the top trading pair. I should be at the bottom here. So it's this one, FI ETH. It's not one of the main ones. So this is something that I might change in the future as well for all the other currency, the trading pairs. The ones I've rated the highest at the moment is USD, then USDC, and then USDT, followed by the rest basically at the moment. So you can kind of see that this one would fall into the rest. I might subdivide that later on into different categories as well, and not just to chuck them all into one, but for now I'm just going to leave it like this. Market dominance. Let's have a look at the market dominance. Here we go. The current market dominance is up here, just for the people who don't know. So market dominance is a measurement of a market cap weight a coin has compared to the market as a whole. So right now, the current market dominance is 16. So 16 it is. Then the Galaxy score. Let's have a look at the Galaxy score. As you can see, the current is 65 for the people who are new. So what is a Galaxy score? The Galaxy score measures a coin's performance versus itself over time and how it is trending over the last 50 hours. In general, it indicates how healthy a coin is by looking at combined performance indicators across markets and deep social engagement. Scores greater than 50 are generally bullish, while scores less than 50 are generally bearish. Now, this one is 65. So adding that one in here. The alt rank. So what is the alt rank? Alt rank measures a coin's performance versus all other coins that we currently support. With we, I mean Lunar Crush. In general, it is a unique measurement that combines altcoin price performance relative to Bitcoin and other social activity indicators across the entire crypto market. A coin can have a high alt rank of 1 even when it's in a bear market situation. Now we can see here that the alt rank is currently 113. So 113. Okay. Now we're going to kind of move over to like the social activity, still on Lunar Crush. The correlation rank is something that I've said before in other videos. I am adding it in. I'm not using it in the actual calculation yet, so I'm not going to talk about this too long. It's just 44. As you can see here, there's no points assigned to it at the moment because I haven't figured out how I want to add it in yet. Okay, next one up is social dominance. The social dominance here. So social dominance is a measurement of all social media volume a coin has compared to the market as a whole. So here we're looking at the current one here is 13.43. So 13.43. Google Trends. Let's head over to Google Trends. Ethereum. And we're looking at worldwide. And then the current score is 29. News Google results. So let's have a look at news. Ethereum, head over to news. We can see here what's at 17.5 million. Okay. Have I done a poll on Twitter? Yes, I have. And here are the results. 30.8% are holding Ethereum. So add that in here, 30.8. And there we go. That's everything filled in. So we can see that currently in the list that we've done so far, Ethereum outranks Bitcoin, but is still below XRP. Let me filter that from high to low. Oh, that did not go as intended. That should have been low to high. My apologies. There we go. So this is the current ranking of the coins that we've done so far. XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, SafeMoon. As I said, I would change Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake. So you can see it right now. Currently it has 145.62 points. I'll also notice the long-term investment that it's pointing out, which I would agree with. Would it change from proof of work to proof of stake? It would get more points, as you can see here. It would still be in the second position, but this time with more points. So you can see it up here. So that's it for now, I think. Yeah, let me know what you think, guys. If there are any other coins that you would like me to run through, like same calculations here. Once again, for the people who are new, check out the XRP one because I explain it a lot better. I want to keep these a little bit shorter, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. But for now, yeah, you can kind of see our ranking, I guess, is slowly starting to grow. And in the end, hopefully, we'll have a list of coins, yeah, in an order that I rank them, and I hope you find it valuable too. All right, guys, thank you for this one as well, and catch you in the next one. All right, bye bye.